Hello and welcome to Anden's channel, my channel. Today I'm gonna do a review-ish of War for the Planet of the Apes, the third movie in this new Apes trilogy. And you're all wondering, probably like, why are you doing a video about Planet of the Apes now? Like, do you know when the movie actually came out? Yes, well, I didn't watch the movie in the cinema because I wasn't able to. You know, fucking Germany. Now that the movie is out though, on digital and Blu-ray and all of that, I was able to finally watch it, and whew, I am like an emotional wreck. In a way, I'm so glad that I didn't watch the movie in the cinema, because fuck me, it was bad enough, you know, when Logan was sitting there just bawling my house out during the end credits. It's little snot and everything, just like This will also be just full spoilers. I'm just gonna literally talk about the movie, you know. The movie has been out for a while though, so I'm gonna assume that you've seen it. In case you haven't seen it, just a quick thing. I loved it. It was really good. I'm still wondering like if I liked it better than Dawn, or it's definitely on par with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but I'm still trying to figure out like which one do I like more between them. But God, it was such a good ending for Caesar and for all of my ape friends. Oh, these poor apes. This is like one of the best trilogies ever made. Like, Caesar is like one of the best main characters ever. Like, he's such a good character. This whole trilogy as a whole is just a great trilogy. So if you're for some reason watching this video and you haven't seen any of the new Planet of the Apes movies, go watch them, because they're so good. Even Rise, who people will say it's the worst one probably, but I mean it's still good, and it's definitely better now having watched Dawn and War, you know, to see where it all started, to see like how small scale Rise is. You know, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, you know, it's about James Franco adopting an ape and then his life with that ape trying to fucking solve Alzheimer's, and then whoops, now you have the ape apocalypse. And I'm always just amazed by the visual effects and the quality of all of these apes, especially in War. All of the close-ups on Caesar, you're just like, this is a real thing. No, yes, if you haven't watched any of the movies in the trilogy, do not start with War, okay? All of these movies are tied together, you know, you have to get the full emotional thing, so go watch everything. Now for War. The movie opens up with a bit of a recap of what happens in the previous two movies. Already there, I'm fucking like teary-eyed, just like, oh, apes, oh, my poor Caesar, ah. And then fucking war is happening, soldiers attacking, you know, the poor apes. What I love about these movies are not like, you know, it's the visual effects of course, but it's what's behind the visual effects, you know. It's not explosions, it's not epic fighting, it's the emotional, it's like the human element that all of the apes have, you know. It's all of the quiet moments that are so, like, they're so good, all of them, and it's been like that throughout this entire trilogy, and it definitely doesn't change here in War. You know, when you see Caesar with his wife and his son Blue Eyes and his younger son Cornelius, and it's just like, oh, they're all so happy and it's all so sad, and then Blue Eyes and his wife fucking dies. Like, in the beginning of the movie, Blue Eyes, who had like a big part in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, just die like he's nothing, and it's just, Caesar is just like fucking destroyed, and it's so, like, goddamn it, movie. It's only been 30 minutes and I already have tears in my eyes, just like Blue Eyes, his wife, who I don't know the name of. Oh. Caesar realizes that the apes aren't gonna survive, you know, if humans continue to attack them, so, you know, they're gonna move, basically. And Caesar sends all of the apes away, including his now only son Cornelius, to take revenge by the colonel who personally killed his family, basically. So the movie is essentially like a revenge story. Caesar is sending his tribe away to a new home, while he himself goes on a personal mission of revenge to kill the man who murdered his family. And then we have Maurice and we have Rocket who joins him. Caesar, Maurice and Rocket are the only characters from the first movie that are still alive. It's something special seeing all of those three. And since I rewatched the first two movies like a month ago, I already have like all of these people, you know, all of what they've gone through in these movies. I have that in my mind already, which really amps up the drama a lot. On their journey, they end up finding a human girl who can't speak for some reason. She has nosebleeds. Later in the movie, of course, we get an explanation why she can't speak, you know. It's not just her, but this simian flu, this whole virus that's been killing such a large portion of humanity, and that same flu that has allowed, you know, apes to become smarter and everything is essentially Caesar's fault, basically, since he released this virus. So unintentionally, Caesar killed everything. And now this virus has mutated itself, so all of the people who are still alive, you know, who are immune to the flu, they are suddenly losing stuff in their brain that are making the humans more primitive while making the apes smarter. So I haven't seen the first Planet of the Apes movie. I've only seen clips from it and all of that, so I do know that humans are primitive in the original Planet of the Apes movie, while the apes are actually, like, the apes are humans and the humans are basically apes in the first Planet of the Apes movie. So this definitely seems to be like setting the groundstone for why humanity suddenly becomes less smart. And then things doesn't exactly go the way Caesar thought it was gonna be when he meets the Colonel and everything. They manage to capture his entire tribe, and it's just it's drama and it's sadness, and they're building a wall for some reason. I was just like, okay, Trump, take it easy. But no, they're building a wall because another part of the human army is coming to attack the other human army. That's what I really liked about the movie, you know, because humanity wants to kill the apes, but this movie wasn't about all of humanity attacking the apes. This was about a faction of humans versus another faction of humans, with the apes like caught in the middle of it. And I definitely like that a lot more. The apes are just trying to survive. All they want is fucking peace. Caesar didn't start this war. But yeah, so this movie is a very personal movie. It's a very dramatic and sad movie, and it's just so good. All of the performances are so good, especially Andy Serkis as Caesar. He's so good. And the fact that the visual effects of the apes have become so impressive that you can literally see Andy Serkis like eyes now. You can literally see Andy Serkis in Caesar now, which is something you couldn't really do before, but now you can literally see it. Like, he has the same fucking brow as Andy Serkis now, and his expressions and all of that. It's just like, what an actor, you know? Dressing up in this great performance capture suit and just giving a performance. It's just, man, he's so incredibly good. The whole performance capture, even though the technology is really good now, like all the movements and the facial and everything, animators always come in to tweak some stuff. But even still, if Andy Serkis isn't among the people like for best Oscar this year, whew, like, what are they doing? I want to see Hugh Jackman in Logan, and I want to see Andy Serkis from Planet of the Apes. You know, I want to see that. Both of these actors have given a performance for their characters unlike anything we've seen before, and it's just so good. You know, I could gush about this movie for forever. Like, in the end, spoiler, you know, it's all spoilers, of course, but in the end, when Caesar dies, and he dies happy and peacefully and by his own terms, I was so glad, you know. It's the happiest ending we could have gotten, and I love that. The apes are home now, and Caesar gets to die happy and in peace, and it's, oh. And just looking back at all these movies, it's just like, what a journey. Like, I hadn't watched any of the Planet of the Apes movies when I watched the first one. I was just like, oh, what is this shit? Like, people dressed up as monkeys and all. I saw the Tim Burton one, which wasn't good, so I had a really bad like of Planet of the Apes. And then when I saw Rise very shortly before I saw Dawn in the cinema, no, this entire trilogy has truly been a treat, and I do not want them to make more movies. I mean, they can probably make a movie about Caesar's son Cornelius. I don't want them to, because of money and everything. They probably are, but I love the way this ended, and I don't want to see more. I'm satisfied. That was my little talk about review-ish of War for the Planet of the Apes, and sort of like the entire trilogy of the Planet of the Apes. Now I want to hear what you guys thought about War for the Planet of the Apes. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you find it to be a satisfying conclusion of Caesar's character? What do you think about the Planet of the Apes movies overall? Maybe you don't like them at all. I don't know why you would have watched this review for this long, but yeah, sure. I'm gonna go now though, but I hope you all had a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys next. And I am so sad. Caesar. Oh.